Hello Year 7, I hope you're all okay. Only 2 weeks to go till the end of term and no more of these videos then. What's that I hear you say? Right, we're on page 30, excuse me, page 30 of the Beowulf booklet this week. We're going to do 4 pages, same as last week. Read a page, listen to the questions that I set, answer the questions, then move on to the next page. Well done to all of those of you who got the work in last week. The vast majority of you got every single answer correct, which must mean you're geniuses or my questions are too easy. Right, quick reminder of the story so far. Hrothgar's kingdom is being slowly slaughtered by the monster Grendel, and Beowulf has heard about Grendel and has sailed to Hrothgar's kingdom to offer to kill Grendel. Beowulf is kept waiting for ages by Hrothgar, who eventually lets him come into the hall. Beowulf tells Hrothgar of all his famous victories in order to convince him to let him hunt down Grendel. And Hrothgar agrees to this and says you'll be rewarded with gold if you manage to kill Grendel. He then goes on to describe the swimming competition that he had with Breca, that's Beowulf, and a man called Unferth is very critical and basically says he's boasting. So we're at the top of page 30. On page 30, Beowulf goes on to continues to describe his swimming competition with Breca. So this goes over a few pages. That's because it's not the 50 metres front crawl. It lasted a long time. So the first question for page 30 is, how long did the swimming challenge with Breca last? And the second question for page 30 is, what was it that dragged Beowulf to the bottom of the ocean? 2 questions on page 30. Pause the video, read page 30 and answer those questions in full sentences, please. Okay, on to page 31, in which Beowulf describes his battle with the sea monsters that attack him during his swimming competition with Breca. So the 2 questions on this page. Firstly, how many sea monsters does Beowulf say he killed? It's not the sort of swimming competition you have at Hinckley Leisure Centre, is it? And secondly, eventually, after he's defeated the sea monsters and won the challenge, he lands. He comes to land. So where did he land? Which country does he say he landed in? Okay, pause the video, answer the questions, please. Read page 31 and answer the 2 questions. Okay, on to page 32. On page 32, after telling his story and after being criticised by Unferth for being arrogant and boastful, here he answers Unferth back and is critical of him. So, Beowulf says that after Unferth is kind of critical of Beowulf replies. Beowulf says, "Look, mate, I killed sea monsters." Then he says, "You only killed ... So, what is it that Beowulf says Unferth killed? He says that he killed sea monsters, but Unferth only killed ... Fill the dots. And the second question, what is the consequences for Unferth according to Beowulf? Beowulf says this will be the consequence because you killed ... What are the consequences for Unferth according to Beowulf? Okay, pause the video, write down your questions. And on to page 33. after which after all the Beowulf's stories of his victories over sea monsters and his swimming competition with Breca, we are now back to Hrothgar's hall, Heorot, the mead hall, where they all celebrate. So all the soldiers are gathered there. Heorot's men, Hrothgar's men, and Beowulf's men are all gathered in the mead hall. Just one question for this one, please, on page 33. At the start of this unit, we did something on kennings, which is a Old Norse way of describing things. Normally, it has two nouns together. So, for example, the ocean was called Whaleway, not railway, Whaleway, because Wales use it, or Wales use the ocean almost like a motorway, don't they? So a kenning for the ocean was Whaleway. At the top of page 33, or in the first 5 lines of page 33, the writer uses a kenning to describe Grendel. Grendel arrives, or Grendel is making his way to the hall. What is the kenning that is used in order to describe Grendel? Okay, that's all the questions for this week. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to email me. There will be this week's spelling sent by video shortly as well. So have a great week, and normally say see you soon, won't you? But I don't know when I will see you. But have a great week, and even if I'm not teaching you in year 8, I will still make sure that I say hello and ask you how you're doing. Okay, bye. Where's the pause?